Hey guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz. Today I'm playing with my good friend Hasan from Valiant. We're playing on Mines, which is medium 101 map. This is probably the map in the game that favors medium tanks the most, because it's basically a run to the hill, and that is exactly what we're going to do in our T62As. So the T62A is a Soviet Tier 10 medium tank. It was the first of the two sister tanks of the Object 140 and the T62A, and it has the most remarkable feature about it, apart from a great gun, is the fact that the turret is practically impenetrable even when you're firing heat against it. So we don't see anyone rushing up, although the enemy team does have a T62A. So we decided to push forward and try to get some vision on the enemy. And Hasan, he spots the T62, drops down, and we both connect the shot, and we see that the IS-7 and the E-5 have come around behind us. So they can give us some grief. So we need to make sure that we cover the entrance here, so our team can help us by coming up, and they are doing exactly that. And you see actually on the mini map, you'll see the whole team moving up, and it's not that often that this happens on this map. So it was a very pleasant surprise. So we took the E5 down, and our mouse gets taken down. But now we have the opportunity to sit here and just basically just pound shots into the enemy. So I decided to go for the tracking shot. I always like tracking enemy tanks. I really think that it's a great way to help your team, because you're putting a stationary target at a very weak position, and it also means that you get a nice experience and credit bonus. So I see that Hasan, he's trying to make shots as well, and I'm kind of blocking him, so I turn inwards, turn left, so he's able to make the shots. Hasan, he takes out the IS-8, and now we only have the IS-7 left, who's pushing the hill. So he's looking at me, and I decide to push back, because I know I have a lot of teammates right next to me who can give him some grief. So he gets put on fire, and I dunk a heat shell into the worst part I could have possibly shot him, but I make it up by putting one into the rather weak cheeks of his turret when he is looking in another direction than directly at me. So it's back to the bush now. Try to get some vision on the E4, who has not yet been spotted, and the E75 as well. So E75 spotted, T62 also spotted. I don't have shots on the T62. So I decide, okay, let's start working the E75, and you can see he immediately bounced the shot, and he bounced it off my turret, because the turret on this tank is, like I said before, it is absolutely magnificent. The only problem with the turret is you can't always utilize it, because the tank has very bad gun depression. So I bounced another shot off my front armor, but unfortunately the 62A he lands a shot into me. I decide to pull back and load a heat, try to just go through the front plate, but no luck this time. So right now I'm pretty much hold down for them. They won't be able to penetrate me, and I can just go back to using my regular AP here, and basically go for the tracking shots. I want to keep him stuck there, so if I keep him stuck, I know that my whole team can shoot at him, and unfortunately they're not actually helping that much. So it's basically me and Hasan who have to do all the work in this map. If you've been kind of like counting the damage so far, we've been doing, yeah, I'd say we've been doing the largest part of the damage for our team so far, and that will also show in the post-game results. So I put a nice few rounds into the T62A. Hasan, he's a bit low on health. I see the E4, he's over there, so I'm hoping that someone can take out the 62. Trying to go for the shot on the E4, but unfortunately I bounce. The 62 gets taken out. Now what we actually do here is classic Platoon 101, because I know Hasan, he's keeping him busy over there. He makes sure that the E4 needs to focus on him, and that allows me to get down and come around behind him. So you see me turning in here, just looking, and I see the E100, he's basically just waiting, so it's going to be a matter of time before we go up and punish this guy. So he's still looking at Hasan. I have all the time in the world to get up behind him. I actually decided to pop some adrenaline just to boost the damage a bit, take off his tracks. Now he used his repair kit, so if we damage further modules, he probably won't be able to repair them. So we're doing some good damage here and finishing him off in style. So actually a pretty easy game, but the result was very good. I picked up quite a lot of damage, as you'll see in just a second. So a total of 6,028 damage with 1,714 base experience and a mastery badge, which is always awesome in the tier 10s. As you can see, we pretty much carried this whole team. Between us we got 9,300 damage and I got 1,900 tracking damage. So I hope you enjoyed the game, have fun.